我想我们念书念的地图跟我们现在要业务经营的地图应该是不一样。那可是刚才院长有特别提到了，整个统计看起来，我们的中小企业最麻烦的，除了这个同业竞争，好，那同业竞争这个我们姑且我们可能应该也可以用一些资讯的技术来解决了，好，那可是里面最麻烦的是原物料的成本跟这个整个劳动力的成本。都一直降不下来，那大家如果又缺工，那我想这个对中小企业很可能是一个很大的难题。所以我们接下来我们就要特别请到我们整个微软 OEM 业务的全球的副总裁Alvaro Celis， 他要来跟大家分享怎么样去用整合的方案来提升你的竞争力。让我们掌声欢迎他。
Good afternoon. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here on behalf of Microsoft Corporation. And what I would like to do today is share a little bit the work that we're doing to bring innovation and jointly with our ecosystem, help take small and medium businesses and companies in general across the globe to the next level of productivity, profitability, and success. Let me start why are we doing this. And since our last change of CEOs, when Satya Nadella took over the company, I think that we questioned very deeply and went really, really deep in our thinking to understand why are we here, who will miss if Microsoft was not in this world, and what do we do that is really unique. And then we came and realized our company mission that is tightly connected with the original mission that we had in the company when it was founded in 1971. And what we are set to do these days is to empower every person and every organization in the world to achieve more. And even though the language is very simple and come across, have very deep implications in the way we're making technology, we're bringing innovation, the way we are aligning the innovation across our different products, services, hardware, and ecosystem to make that a reality for all of you. Not only in every part of the world, for every human being and every company, every organization. The way we have been framing the execution of our mission is through the understanding of the world, the context that we're living in. So if we're set to do that, what is the context in our customer, partners, users are going to be living in? And happens to be that the world that we're living in these days is a world that is essentially mobile first and cloud first. When we talk about mobility, it's not about a device or a set of devices. It's the ability for the human being to be on the go. And that way, being able to do what they need to do with the right tools almost in every place at any time. And that is enabled by the ubiquitous cloud where that's going to be there enabling services, capabilities for every individual and every organization to really go and realize that opportunity, that potential that they have. So the world in which we're going to realize that mission, again, is a mobile first and cloud first world. Now, how are we going to execute? What are then the ways we want to construct solutions and services to make that happen for people and organizations? And we have framed those as our ambitions. What are the areas that we are committing to our customers and partners to do breakthroughs? And what is the feedback that we have received on the way we as a company can make a difference and can make an impact? Those are how to reinvent productivity and business processes, how to build an intelligent and trusted cloud platform, and last but not least, how do we create more personal computing? And those three ambitions are tightly interconnected. And the way we're building technologies and creating those solutions into the market are deeply connected on how these three ambitions work by itself and what are the connecting points across them that will make the value that you all will receive bigger and more tangible. So if you're a small business today, then the question begs, how is technology playing out for you? What are the key elements that we believe are going to have to be there to make you successful? And as you can see on the slide, cloud will play a role that is front and center, as pretty much every small business company in the world today has at least one cloud service. And the cloud will be a great playing field leveling that will allow companies of every size to have access to world-class solutions that will enable entrepreneurs and hardworking people to really go out and have access to the best tools. Doesn't matter the company size, doesn't matter the industry. But again, today more than half of our people are already on the go and need to work from home, need to work from customer premise, needs to be on the move. So mobility becomes a core piece of any solution that we need to enable for small businesses. And once you have that cloud services and that mobility, then the question is, well, what do you enable people for? And you need to enable people for collaboration, being able to interact with customers, with partners, with colleagues, to be sure that those business processes, those functions, get executed the best way out there. Now, if we want to go and take our business on the go, enabled by the cloud, and we'll connect or interconnect with customer partners and colleagues, security has to be a foundation that needs to be in every step of the way, in every element of the solution, for us to be able to build something that will be scalable, that will be reliable, and will be there for the long term, really becoming part of the way companies do business, in the way people work and enjoy technology. And that's kind of the direction and the principles that you will see in the solutions that we have for small businesses. Now, when you go and look at the core of those platforms and the ambition of more personal computing, you will find Windows 10, a platform that we released almost a year ago and had the most successful adoption of any version of Windows in the world up to date. Now, when you think about what's the business value, what benefit does a small business user get from Windows 10, you need to think on 4 very different levers. How do you get protected, or how the security is going to play out for you in this modern world that is mobile first and cloud first? How do you keep updated and get innovation going as its own pace? How do you become even more productive? Because at the end, it's about getting the job done. And what kind of innovation, hardware, and devices will be available for you to get that done? Make sense? Okay, so when you think about security, and you have the details on the slide, we have done engineering work helping the operating system boot in a faster way, store your password information in a very secure manner, getting new ways to get identified, like biometrics, fingerprint, the way that your face looks through Windows Hello. How do you keep your information secure at an enterprise-grade level, but with a very light touch of IT, almost no IT needed, continuous malware protection, and whatever connection from the outside to inside your company for that to be done in a fairly secure way. Then when you think about, hey, how do I keep this innovation flowing? How I keep my business up to date? We have worked really, really hard on being sure that we move away from traditional schemes where you needed to reset the device, reinstall everything, to something that is way more fluent, where you can do your upgrades in place, where you have the state of the user that is really roaming, where you will have applications that will be available on phones, tablets, PCs, equivalents, and even game consoles down the road. And being sure that those devices get serviced and updated with the latest technology at the pace of the innovation and the needs that modern businesses will have. If we go into productivity, that's one of the key elements where we have invested and created a lot of innovation. Why? Because we want to be sure that your time to use and benefit is minimum, so you have products that you really can use, that you have applications that are the same and work, again, across very different devices types, almost in a transparent way, that you have Office in Windows as the key enabler of value to get the job done, and being sure that as you move your business into the cloud and the web is center, you have the right innovation in browsing through the Edge browser or Internet Explorer 11, or many other innovations that we have built to secure that your web experience is world-class and the most modern than there is. So in reality, what we have done is going one level deeper and thought about productivity anywhere, and being sure that as you are at home, at work, at school, or on the go, you really have the best of breed solutions in the Office platform, in services like Skype for Business, OneDrive, and others, to be sure that you can have the value and the tools that you need, regardless of the form factor that you're using at that moment. When you think productivity, actually, what we have done is we have gone and say, we're going to secure that the fidelity, the experience, and the power that you can have in Office works across every device type through different tools, from only viewing and free tools all the way to powerful cloud subscriptions and services that will really take your productivity to the next level, storing files on the cloud, getting the protection of data, editing, multi-author in real time, etc., all available for you by the time that you want it, where do you want it, in the device that makes sense for every one of you. We have also been sure that as we consider the platform and productivity, there are core services that have the familiarity on tools that you know, but the enterprise-grade security and reliability that is needed to keep the business running if you're going to be, again, pivoting on the cloud. Examples are Skype for Business, where you have the familiarity of Skype, but the security that you need for an enterprise solution everywhere. Services like Power BI, in which we can democratize the access to rich analysis, visualization of data in multiple devices, actually multiple operating systems if needed, to be sure that as a small business owner, you can really go deep into your data and bring insights that are going to help you move your business forward on customer, partners, financials, or whatever area you might need. And a very, very strong and reliable platform that will allow you to share your files across many different devices with colleagues and with customers and partners, depending on the case. That's called OneDrive. And that is only a small example of how the cloud, combined with devices, will make us really way more productive in this new era. Now, all this innovation on security, on productivity, on the way that we want to work, are not going to be complete if we don't have a deep evolution on the form factor and devices that we're going to go and experience. So what we have done also is working with our partners across the world. We have bring the best of the hardware innovation on components and different elements of the personal computing experience live into Windows 10, and being sure that Windows 10 is a platform that enables that innovation on different type of devices, being sure that those devices can have the right security, collaboration, familiarity, but at the same time enable personal computing and let you do the work that you need to do at the right time, in the right place. So what you will hear from us and our partners more and more is about new devices that we call modern PCs. And what we try to describe with modern PCs are pretty much progress in three big areas that are going to make a difference in the way we experience computing. The first of all is performance. And performance in the capacity of computing, graphics, storage, speed, capability for calculations that you need to have in your device. And that's something that, again, is being a landmark of the industry, right? The performance improvements. Then the second element, or the second category of innovation that you will see on design. And we're talking about what materials are those devices made of, what kind of colors are they used, like the PC or the device that you have on the example, what kind of form factors are they going to twist 360, are they going to detach one from each other, what kind of bezels and how wide the screen is going to be. All those elements of the device, the design of the device by itself will play a very strong role. And the third category, and maybe one of the most critical ones, are what are the new experiences that thanks to the innovation you will have in that device that you couldn't have in previous devices. For example, are you able to interact with your device using touch? Can you use pen and ink as a way to input and record actions with your device? Are you able to speak to your device and use innovation like Cortana down the road? And the way Cortana as a digital assistant can come and help you get your work done. Okay, do you have a precision touchpad that will allow you to have a high quality of experiences and precision in the way you manage your mouse and keyboard, even when the device doesn't have one attached? Those kind of new experiences we then unlock the potential of the performance and the designs that will come. And the combination of the three will bring to life the modern PC experience that we know you all want and need to get your business moving in the right direction. So today, as part of that journey, we are here in Taipei sharing with you this. We're going to be doing forums like this all over the world. In cities, we will have more than 150 events and conversations where we bring our partners, we bring industry experts, real business owners, and have conversations on how technology can really go and change the way we do businesses in the small and medium business segments. So from our partners, you will see, and there's a demo booth outside, devices like the Acer TravelMate P645S. That is a really ultrabook ready for business. You will have a wonderful battery life, fingerprint reader to have secure access. There's other devices like the Asus B843OUA, where you will see that is actually, in that case, a 14-inch notebook that is thin and light, ready to run businesses, durability and performance, excellent graphics. You have a device like the Dell XPS 13 that is actually the smallest 13 inches device in the world. Thanks to their very thin bezel, you can have in an 11-inch frame a 13-inch viewing screen and light and portability. You will see the HP Elite X2, a device that is actually a 2-in-1 that is being tested for intense use, great keyboard, great battery life, and a very different form factor that supports touch and pen. And last but not least, devices like the Lenovo ThinkPad X1 Carbon that is thin, light, has an impressive 11-hour battery life, great graphics, touch support, fingerprint reader. And when you go and look at how every one of these devices enable you to have a different way to use, a different style, but all share the same common value that we have been discussing on the Windows platform, on productivity, on security, on familiarity, and innovation, you will see how these devices will become the gateway for that cloud and the enablers for the modern computing that you all want to have in your companies. So with no further ado, I would like to thank you for being here, the panel and all the speakers for sharing, and I hope that the conversation today will inspire you to go and embrace modern computing and take your businesses to the next level. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Alvaro Celis.